We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle. We back again, just wrapping up week 6 of the NFL season. And man, we got action. A lot of fun on the way.
It's week 6 already? That's when we just wrapped up week 6?
It's flying by.
Man, we're past the quarter mark already.
Is that luckily we got an extra game, but yeah, it's going through. The first teams just had their bye week. I think the Niners had one. I forgot who else had one. But yeah, it's up and rolling. And I think now we start really seeing second part of the season as we get closer. Who's for real? I really feel like that middle of November is when everything come to light.
Yeah,
we're like 2-3 weeks away from you picking top 10 to you got a shot.
What is it? Late October. Yeah, so like I usually like to say around late October, early going into November, man. Like to close out November, you wanna start playing your best ball. You want to be playing your best ball closing out November.
I agree, and playing some good ball. Came off a victory Sunday. The Raiders, man. Let's start off with them. Right now they're sitting at 4-2. We discussed all the Gruden drama last week and so on. But let me ask you this: can Carr, Olsen, and Gus Bradley lead this team to the playoffs?
It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough because I personally don't see 3 teams coming out your division. And right now we got the Chargers at 4-2, I believe. And then I know for the moment you guys are ahead of the Chiefs, but I don't see that. I don't see the season shaking out that way either.
Yeah.
Either with you guys ahead of the Chiefs. So man, it's gonna be tough, man. I think you gotta get. I think one of the biggest games for the season for y'all right now is that second matchup with the Chargers. Y'all gotta win that game. Y'all gotta win that game. If y'all want to even give yourselves action at getting in the playoffs, because like I said, I feel like the Chiefs are going to hit their stride. They're going to get back to form sooner or later, and then shoot the run and the tear that Justin Herbert been on all season. Shit, y'all done already seen him once, so it'd be tough, man. I'm gonna say no. I got you guys just missing it outside.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I think it's gonna be tough. So right now, there's 3 teams that are in the playoffs today in the AFC. That. I think the Raiders are in this group. They need to be better than them by the end of the season. It's the Raiders, the Bengals, and the Titans. The Browns and the Chiefs are out. As I think anyone would say, the Chiefs will eventually be in. I think what's interesting though is the Browns. As weeks go on, if they don't have both their running backs right now. Nick Chubb's out, Hunt's out.
My bad is that to cut you off, but you just made me think of them because you just said their name. The Browns are walking into some scary territory right now, Zay. They got their hurt left and right. Both the running backs, like you was just saying, are hurt. And then on top of that, Baker, I know it's not his throwing shoulder, but his shoulder is fucked up. So the run game is usually what makes Baker look good. You have no run game with both your running backs being out and Baker being hurt and Jarvis being out. I'm worried for the Browns right now moving forward for the next couple of weeks. Go ahead, Zay. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I agree. I think Jarvis, he's coming back, but to me, again, not to go off topic, if you're a Browns fan or anyone that believes in Baker Mayfield, you're going to see if he's worth any money. Like, I don't care that you're hurt. Everyone's playing hurt. Like, it's not your throwing shoulder. It's can you make plays to be a quarterback, or do you need the best running back duo in the NFL to be successful? And that's hard to do. But yeah, I think the Raiders right now, I would say the Chiefs are in. So the Raiders need to be better than the Bengals, the Titans, and the Browns. I think that's the group. Again, AFC is really competitive. 2 of those teams of the 4 I named will not be in the playoffs. That's the Browns, the Raiders, the Titans, the Bengals. 2 of those 4. Yeah, 2 of those 4 won't be, right? And I think it'll be interesting to follow that. That's why the AFC is so competitive.
That's tough because I'm not gonna lie. I think all those teams are like right around the same caliber of team. Like y'all,
I think
none really out of those teams you just said. I don't think none of them can really say they separated themselves. who got a guy that where you be like, oh, that quarterback and that coaching duo right there out of that group, I'll take them clear day over the other team.
I'm gonna go out and just say again, Todd Downey. Again, like he has a shit ton of talent. They're not looking as smooth as last year by any means, but they made it playoffs last year. So I'll say Titans and Chiefs are in, and that's I think it's gonna be a battle between the Browns, Raiders, and Bengals. And the Raiders play the Bengals, so they're gonna have a shot. I think it also helps that we're gonna look back on it. That Baltimore win might be big towards late in the season. Again, with that Steelers win as well, because
Steelers too. Yeah, I was just
the Raiders have a better record than them. Again, it can get messy with the Bengals, but I think if the Raiders are going to make the playoffs, I think they have to be better than the Bengals. You allow the Bengals to be better than you. I don't believe in Zach Taylor. I think they have a nice squad, but usually these young teams get off super hot and they fade off. Not saying that they're going to do that, but and the Browns are a mess. So, hey, Raiders, can you be better than the Browns and the Bengals? That's all it comes down to. It's gonna be exciting. Regardless of this AFC, it's a bloodbath in the AFC. And it's just saying that like the Browns can win 9 games and be out the playoffs. If you win 9 games in the NFC, you're locked. That's a fact. Real quick, again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I thought just the overall, I love how Ruggs is coming on to the team. I love how Derek Carr, the offense was best performance. Got Ruggs involved early, got the running game going. But just to touch on the emails with Gruden and everything, do you think the emails, those 650,000 emails, you think it's over, or the NFL is more is going to come out and different people involved in the NFL?
More should for Gruden. I think it's over. It's over as far as other emails might be able to come out and have some type of damage towards Gruden, but none will have the damage that has already been. None will be like the damage that's already been done with him losing his job. I can never see him coming back to the NFL.
I always said it. Gruden's a college coach would be a great college coach to me. But go ahead.
I don't know about that one. The way he likes to grind on his players, it's more easier to work in college than it is in NFL because, of course, NFL athletes, grown ass men, they got a little more say. But on the college level, the coach has more of the autonomy and runs the program. But the way he likes to grind on his players, I don't know. I can see him fizzling out even on the college levels, quick.
I was just saying because he know how to recruit and it seemed like his players love him. That's all. His players love him. Like, and not a single guy. Like, I don't agree with John Grant that he's been fired, but I mean, at the end of the day, I go off how people speak on you after you're not there, and they see for them.
Let's talk about it real quick while we talking about these Raiders, because I actually got an issue with somebody else in the Raiders organization, because the more I thought about this Gruden situation and how everything played out after last week, I almost feel like the NFL, by sending more of those emails, because first, and you can correct me if you heard something else. They sent the D. Smith ones first. The D. Smith ones was just the first layer to see if the Raiders would, and clearly somebody in the NFL office is trying to get Gruden out because they sent these purposely. But the first one, the D. Smith comments, that was to get him fired. From what I heard, however it got leaked, they wanted him to be let go, or either be let go or step down. John Gruden, he doesn't get let go. Okay, and he ended up coaching that same weekend. Okay, fast forward to the following week when the extra emails and everything comes out. Why did it seem like and feel like with Mark Davis, like he had to be tugged and pulled to fire John? Like, I understand they grew up together. They were close buds. His dad hired John in the early 2000s. Him and John were around the same age. They probably grew up together and was real tight. I get it. I get the whole nine. But in the fact, I think his comments afterwards, after he fired him, I think somebody in the media asked Mark what was his response to the whole ordeal, and he was like, "Oh, go ask the NFL. The NFL got everything else." When they already sent you all the emails, it seemed, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel it feels weird over there. It feels real weird in the Raiders organization right now.
I agree. I just think because one, I'm not back. I think one, Mark Davis just still speak publicly, and two, when they got the emails Friday, I think they were trying to figure out what was going on. And the biggest piece I heard was the NFL had these emails 3 months ago. So
Yeah.
Mark Davis was like, if that was a problem, like I could have known this before the season, right? And then I think, outside of, I think there's someone mentioned this. There's only been two coaches that took over an intern role on the last like 30, 40 years with the winning record. That's when Chuck Pagano got cancer and John Gruden right now. The only times an intern coach took over. So I think that was the weird piece to it. I don't know. Honestly, I just think I think more stuff's gonna come out from the Raiders. Mark Davis is like, you trying to fuck me. If this is not good, the emails aren't good. But you can't tell me it's just my coach, my situation. You're kind of like trying to mess my season up. Now, I think it's a good thing, a blessing in disguise. We talked about it the last time that Gruden's gone. He wasn't coaching well, but um, it's weird. I agree. It's weird. I don't really have an opinion because I feel like it's more to unfold, and it's weird. And I said this. I called Mark Davis a coward for not speaking out.
Yeah.
If there was someone speaking like that in a company I own, I'm speaking out, and
You got to come out and say something. Be like, there's no room for that. No room for that around here. Yeah, like you got to say
all
something.
he said was something. I guess he said something to a reporter, Paul Gutierrez. No one's bigger than a Raiders shield, and we don't condone that. That's like was his answer to that. And I think he needs to speak out because out of every organization, and a lot of Raider fans notice, the most progressive organization in football is the Raiders. They always have been. They had the first Latino coach, the first black coach, the first female. Yeah, first female. I think
in the organization. Yeah.
In the organization, right? It's never been an issue. Like again, we've had different.
Al was one of the first ones to go to HBCUs and start getting black players.
Come on, he brought the team to Oakland in the '60s. Like Al's not, and you see how like a lot of our older black players, like Marcel Reese, is the right hand man to Mark Davis. Like it's that's not the building for that. We can talk about other teams all day. Yeah. So I think that it's a weird situation, and I'm agreeing with you saying, D-Lane. I want Mark Davis to speak out, and no one's. I'm not agreeing with Gruden. It was terrible shit. I just feel we need to have more to come out for it to be a clear picture. And I just feel like like the NFL is hiding some shit. We'll see.
I'm gonna be honest. You know why I get that same feelings, eh? I know for a fact they hiding some shit. You know why they hiding some shit? Because I think it's the masses. I don't think it was just John. I'm pretty, like I said, like I told you, you only talk to somebody like that you comfortable with. So him talking to Bruce Allen like that, I'm sure Bruce talks like that as well, and the guys that he messes with. So I'm saying, I'm sure it's a culture that way. They talk and the way they get down. That's a culture within their group, that side. You feel me? And I'm sure it's more people like that, from owners to coaches to hell, even GMs. All of them, all three of them. I think all the emails need to be checked. Everybody, all their emails need to be checked. And if they are being checked, I think that's why the NFL is hiding shit, because it's too much. It might be too much and too damaging. Who knows they pull up any emails from Jerry Jones 10 years ago? I know for a fact Jerry said some shit. Come on.
No, facts. And I think that's what it is. You spot on, right? It's
And when I say he said some shit, I'm not saying racist remorse, because for the most part, all players that play for Jerry that ever came out and said he ain't racist. I'm saying just could have said anything, because it was a wide range of things John Gruden hit on in his emails. Like he wasn't just talking. He offended multiple communities there.
Yeah. I think fuck that. It was racist. I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, John's for sure is racist. I'm saying, but he also offended other communities. I'm talking.
I think some racist emails in there. And the reason I said I won't forget the public comments of Bob McNair. He passed away, the Texas owner. Mm-hmm. Can't let the inmates run their side. Yeah, so come on now, that had to be said across emails before. Like, think about we had I mean, on the Eagles, Riley Cooper say the N-word, called another black man the N-word, the hard ER on camera, and still in the league. He played a few seasons after, so we all know that.
My dumbass Eagles, Chip Kelly and them re-signed him after that.
Oh, Chip!
I think he got a contract extension after that.
Yeah, I'll let us see Chip's emails, but I think it's more in there. And if the NFL like, hey, look, Washington Post, New York, here, take John and leave us all. Like, you know what I mean? Just here, take someone.
Yeah.
And I think it was easy. Hey, John's already a target. He's a loud personality. It's easy. Bam, attention. John's famous, and it'll look like the NFL is safe face. And they have to remember, Bruce Allen's not working in NFL, so for them, they're like, this is perfect because Bruce is not in NFL. So John's telling us to Bruce, we don't have to punish Bruce because he's not working in NFL.
But what's cold is John wasn't working in the NFL when he sent them emails. That's cold. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, damn, he wasn't even in the NFL at that time.
That message. Now, if I'll say this, it's weird because I don't support him, the person. But if John was my father or family member, that's the first thing I'm saying. Like, hold on, you say whatever you want as long as you're not breaking the law outside of your job.
Yeah.
But again, I actually nah, because that'd be like this: like you're in an interview and they bring us some old tweets, you saying some racist or sexist. You'd be like, "Well, I didn't work here yet. You ain't gonna work here either with this."
Not with this history.
Yeah, but I don't want to say too much. That's my last piece on the email.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we move forward, Zay, I wanted to say I did like the resiliency and the fight I seen your team come out with and how they responded, because it was either two ways that could have went. We was either gonna see them get their ass blown out, they was gonna get blown out, or they was gonna come out and perform and show up, drop their nuts and play some football, and that's what they did, man. So I think that speaks volumes. I don't believe this is the same Raiders team from last year, as far as the team that went 6-3 and then folded the back end of the season. I think this team got some backbone to it.
I agree, and I think because we got real leadership and real character. I don't think there's any holes. You see how the team comes together. So shout out. I will say, Gruden didn't pick the best players, but he always made sure he had some guys with character and it's shown.
Leadership. Yeah. Yep.
So let's hop into the 49ers. They have a big game, Sunday Night Football against the Colts.
Hey, last thing I seen a meme about AB that had me rolling. I can't remember what it was about, but they was just basically saying that, and they made AB seem like he was crazy during his time with the Raiders. Like, oh yeah, it's clearly some dysfunction over there. There was something going on. It wasn't just AB.
What about what happened with the Pats though?
Yeah. No, it was for sure. It was him. It was for sure him. I think him just coming to the Raiders is toxic in general. Y'all already had some dysfunction, and him coming with his toxicity just wasn't gonna make the picture better.
The best thing for AB was Tom Brady and what you call it, and the therapy, not Tim Grover. They got him right.
Yeah,
got him right. So I saw that meme too. That was funny. But let's hop into these Niners real quick, man. And they're playing Sunday night versus the Colts. It's gonna be a good game. Colts playing for this season. The Niners should win big. The Colts
are a bye, right?
Yeah, for bye. They had 2 weeks to plan for the Colts. The Colts are 1-4, and the Colts are ranked. Again, they had a shorter week, and the Colts are ranked 28th and 30th offense and defensive ranking. So, but let me say this. I don't think Lance is going to play this week. That knee, they might rest him.
Lance hurt his knee?
Yeah, sprained knee. Running all over the field against the Cardinals.
He hurt it in that game?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Me neither. They said after. But is this a must win for the 49ers this weekend? Or not yet? They'll be at 2-4 if they lose.
Oh, I mean, playoff wise, most definitely, because go to.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying like fire anybody or nothing like that. I'm just saying is it a must win to make the
playoffs? Is it a must win for them to make the? Yeah, like I said, it's a must win for them if they want to make the playoffs. But I think they finally hit the point where they're just working on Trey Lance. They trying to keep help this kid's progression and help him get better and better. So I think Jimmy G, he's done with, unless like you said, his knee is hurt and he might not play. But I think we had officially arrived to the Trey Lance era. That's why he started last week.
Yeah, I think we have as well. To me, this is a must win because you need to make the playoffs. That's why I'm kind of saying. That's why I'm saying it's only a must win if y'all trying to make the playoffs. But I don't feel like it's a must win, Zay, because I don't believe they're trying to. At this point, with him being in so early, I expected Jimmy to last longer. Remember, me and you talked about this before the season, and I was saying I wanted the kid to sit. You remember I was saying that? You were saying, no, he need to play. I'm like, let him sit. Last time we seen Jimmy with a healthy Niners squad, they went to the Super Bowl. So I thought they were a contender playoff team,
and Jimmy will at least get through the season. Trey has arrived early. I think Kyle has this season written off now. He can say, "Hey, rookie quarterback, I got to get him right, and we got next season."
That has to be the goal, because the clock starts now. Because you have Trey Lance has that rookie contract, so you have 3. Really not. I mean, if you have 4 years, that means he's probably not that good. So you have 3 or 4 years with a cheap contract. So you have to. So
you're saying they should still have the mindset of we need to go win this thing, even with the young bull in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with the top, you have a top 10 defense. You have a top. I mean, we talking like top 5 coach, right? You have an O line. You have 2 Pro Bowlers in your O line. You have a Pro Bowl top. What else do you fucking need? What else do you need?
They keep having injuries. Their running backs keep getting hurt. They haven't been as explosive. They haven't been as explosive as they have been in the past. We haven't seen a lot of George Kittle like we would like. So I don't know, Zay. I think they hit. I'm not gonna say rebuild stage, but like they in the stage where we building this young kid up. Like it's all about him right now. I
just looked at the playoff picture real quick for NFC, and this is a must win. Like it is. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, it's a must win for sure. If they're thinking playoffs.
Yeah, no, I think you have to. That's what they said before the season. That's their actions are telling them it's playoffs. And so let me just read you this.
But Zay, I feel like that's their actions thinking like that, thinking playoffs preseason because they thought Jimmy was gonna last. I think they thought like me. I think they thought Jimmy was gonna last. I feel like that's why Kyle started him. I don't think Kyle wanted to start the kid.
Make the playoffs, win some games. I mean, what are you trying to say? They don't have a terrible team. You're acting like they don't have. They literally have every position on the team outside of star running back. But what teams do? Come on now. You have a loaded defense.
So without that star running back, or not even don't even have to have the star running back. Let's say the running back by committee. They don't even have that no more because they're injured. The top back got hurt. Now you're asking the young quarterback to do it all. You're asking him to do you're asking him to play like how my Eagles asked Jalen Hurts to play. And what's that? He accounts for 80% of the offense. He's either throwing it every play or he's running the ball himself with his legs. So you're basically asking the rookie to take us to the promised land.
D-Lane.
The rookie that hasn't played in over a year, because he didn't play last season in college football.
I'm talking in the light of you have a top coach and you have a roster that's loaded. Even with their top guy out, they drafted a 3rd round running back and they have a 6th round running back. They have 2 running backs that are starting caliber running back. Does everything have to be absolutely perfect? And you have to have 14 Pro Bowlers to make the playoffs, like 2019? It's the NFC. I just want to read this to you. Like with their roster,
and we saying that. Go ahead.
Number 1 is Arizona. Number 2 is Tampa. 3 is Green Bay. 4 is Dallas at 5-1. Rams at 5-1. Saints at 3-2. Minnesota Vikings at 3-3. You be 3-3 in a fucking.
You just named 2 teams in their division. I was just gonna get there. One of those freaking teams is undefeated. The Cardinals.
No, I'm saying, and this is in the hunt, so they have to be better than these teams.
They arguably have the worst quarterback in their division. Well, either Trey Lance or Jimmy starting.
Whose fault is that? Make the playoffs.
I'm saying
you have a playoff roster. You have right now. Let's say this. The Raiders roster to the Niners roster. The Niners roster is better. That's a fact.
Top to bottom, yes. Top to bottom, but top to bottom, yeah.
They have 2 players that are top 3 at their position on defense. That's top 5. You want just Fred Warner is a top 3 middle linebacker. That's a fact. And Nick Bosa is the top 5 pass rusher. So, bam, that's 2 players right there. You have Jimmy Ward. No safety is great at higher in the NFL guarding tight ends than Jimmy Ward. So you got a guy to take away a tight end. You have an O-line with literally one of the best top 3 left tackles in football. You have a Pro Bowl center in Alex Mack. You have this coach we anointed. You have the second leading receiver in receiving yards, Deebo Samuel. You have a Pro Bowl, All-Pro tight end Kittle. How many more players do you fucking need? I'm just like your roster is loaded. It's time to win. And you're telling me that the Bears have a better record. Carolina has a better record. Now it's early, right? They're just 3-3, but you have to be better than Carolina, the Bears, and the Vikings and Saints, right? Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, those 5.
Either way, they still the third best team or fourth best team in their own division. So damn the Carolina, damn the teams you name, and they got to compete in their own division first.
Oh yeah, and they're not better than Carl. I mean, no, they're a wild card team for a fact. I said before the season, I still believe it. 3 teams will make out. I still think the Niners will make the playoffs because, again, it's how do you not make the playoffs with a good O line, a good defense, and a good coach? Unless you just have God disgustingly awful quarterback play, or you have a coach that's not good. It's not one of the two. So, and I'm waiting. Again, and this is why I want to talk about Kyle real quick before we move off the Niners. Does he still deserves to be talked about as a top-notch coach in this league?
Zay, I'm not going there with you. You've been on this man head top. This your topic. You can have this one. I still like Kyle. I would definitely say he's shaping out because it's been enough of a sample size. This is 5th season. We got enough data to look at and say what he is and what he ain't. And I think so far it's trending to he's an elite OC compared to elite head coach. That's just what it is. That's what the numbers say. Because that's what his record is. What, 31-36?
31-39.
31-39. So, hey, I still believe he can dial it up. I still believe he can scheme it up on the offense, create mismatches. I think nobody does a better job than Kyle as far as setting, designing the run game. So, and marrying the pass and the run together. But head coach, I don't know. It's shaky.
Yeah, I think I figured out Kyle, and it hit me. He is like you just hit it on the nose, D-Lane. He's a great play caller, great play designer, and knows how to get the most out of his run game. What I think he does not have, and this is one of the hardest things I think to do as a coach, is development. He does not know. I believe he does not know how to develop his players. Jimmy G has not gotten better under him, and one of the easiest ways is to see if someone's an elite coach is can they develop players?
Well, he did develop. They developed Kittle, right? He drafted Kittle, didn't he? Or no?
Yes. Again, now Twitter was attacking me on this. Right? Oh,
okay.
They developed Kittle.
That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
He developed Kittle. I'll give you that.
Gotcha.
Right now, Kyle does not develop tight ends. He's never even worked with tight ends. So for me, to me, there's 2 positions that you have to develop. That's as an offensive play caller.
Not Kyle. Excuse me. George Kittle's college produces tight ends anyway. That's what they do.
Exactly. And let's be honest. I mean, Kittle, we're on a year and a half, and he's not a tight end right now. He's hurt last year, hurt again now. So we're going on year 3. Kittle, you've been paid. Let's play. But I think about Kyle, he's like you just say, he's a play caller. I don't believe he knows how to develop. And to be an elite head coach, you have to be able to develop in this league. I saw the way he's prepared for Trey Lance. I don't even think he has a fucking clue what to do with Trey Lance. I think he has zero plan. I think his plan was, let me try to make the playoffs and develop Trey Lance this offseason. I don't think he has a true plan of what he's looking for at quarterback. And it's obvious. We gave him a lot of excuses because, and I don't know why we overlooked this, but it should have been glaring. The moment he said, I did not even watch Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, the alarm should have went off. That's alarming. That 2 quarterbacks, and now again, Watson without the side of Leo, are they're top 10, top 5 quarterbacks in this league, and you didn't look at them. And you had a team that did not have a quarterback on their roster. And so I'm starting to just think about that more, the results, and you are what your record is. You are what your record is as a coach. I don't care. You are what your record is. We've seen Andy, like we're looking at, I just go through the list of elite, what we think of as elite play callers and coaches. They win with anybody. The Sean Paytons, the Andy Reeds. We've seen Sean McVay. Jared Goff is a shit show. Jared needs to send some of his money back to Sean because he got him paid. Andy Reid got Alex Smith paid, changed his whole career from the Niners. So we've seen top OCs and play callers in the league develop, and they can win with anybody. Kyle, every excuse in the book, and he looks angry all the time. So win some games, Kyle. And if you win some games, I'm back on the bandwagon. Don't, then I'm off. So that's it. And I just can't stand that no one's pointing a finger at Kyle when it's you are what your record is as a coach. Year 5. Let's go. Like Sean McDermott needs more.
I feel you. I feel you.
Sean McDermott's my new coach. That's who I'm on my train with. I respect it.
That's your new hot ticket.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible what he's doing over there.
I forgot to tell you, I love your header, by the way,
Uh, uh,
on Twitter.
I changed it from the John Gruden one to I won't take the money if I don't get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like he gone. I gotta change it. Let's get it. Eric behind me.
Yeah, I love it. I
The
love it.
next question I've been waiting to ask you this. I've been thought about this in the car, thought about this at the gym, and
Yeah, that's good.
one has to go. Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes. One has to go. And it took me a while to figure out mine, a long time, but I eventually figured it out. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
I'm gonna start because you got time to think. I'm thinking of it. I thought about it off top right now, looking at the list, and I think I'm like, oh yeah, I think it's pretty simple, really, who to go with.
One has to be.
And more so, I won't say it's simple because you gotta be watching the game. You gotta have been watching the game this year. You have to have been watching the NFL game this year to know that Lamar Jackson has took that next step as a pocket passer.
Yes.
He has been looking elite in the pocket.
Can we go ahead and say a huge step?
A huge step.
A Josh Allen step. That's what
that's how it's been looking in the pocket so far this year for Lamar. And he was always deadly off play action, and right now he's killing darting shit up left and right out of the pocket. But I'm gonna have to go with Kyler, man, and it's crazy. I'm going with it just because he's the smaller guy, and it's like I hate that because I don't like to recruit like that, and I don't like doing folks like that, man, basing anything off size, and I go off heart. You feel me? Size and speed, I don't care about that. Strength, whatever. I go off heart and can you play the game? And Kyler Murray definitely got heart. He definitely can play the game. He's in the MVP running candidacy this year, but Lamar Jackson has an MVP. You feel me? So, and all the other quarterbacks are just bigger and can do just about everything he can do. Kyler, but I gotta leave Kyler off the list, man. Sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. So mine was actually gonna be Kyler too for the same reason.
At first, I was gonna do Lamar. Excuse me. Go ahead, though.
Wow. Okay. So mine isn't Kyler though. He was gonna be, and I took some more time. I thought about it. I took a step back. I was like, nah, this is what it is. Mine's Josh Allen.
Oh, get out of here!
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Can I talk?
Crazy. Go ahead.
Why, right? And I went back. I said, all right, Lamar. Who can I compare to Lamar? No, there's only one Lamar. Okay, and he's a winner. He's never not made the playoffs. Went over in this year, like you said, a huge step. So I'm like, hold on. He's the fastest guy on the field. He's a leader. And he don't have no top receiver, and he can make every single throw now consistently. That's a cheat code player. So then I was looking at, Patrick Mahomes, that he was engraved in. That wasn't even in the argument at any single point.
Yeah.
So then I looked at, all right, you got Herbert, Josh, and Kyler. So I took a step back. I said, Isaiah, who would you want, Herbert or Josh? And I thought that was more of a debate because they're almost same size, same everything. I was like, who's the better thrower? Herbert. Who's flash right away? Herbert. Who's younger? Herbert. And so I just said, okay, if they're the same size quarterback in every way, but Herbert's the better thrower, I would say athleticism is similar, but Herbert's younger and did it at a higher level faster. I'm gonna go with Herbert. And the reason I didn't say Kyler is
I would too as a thrower, and it's tough. I don't know. I think it's tough to pick, but I might go with Josh just because you got the leg threat. The threat of the legs, like he's better dual threat. He's a better dual threat than Herbert.
I can't say it's close. No. I would say this Herbert.
It ain't close. That boy Josh Allen, you crazy. I got Josh Allen on fantasy. Josh Allen get them rushing yards. Trust me, I know. Josh can run that ball.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Herbert. I think watch, you'll be surprised.
Bro, it's not close. You look up Herbert. I'll look up Josh Allen rushing right now. Just for his career, period. Shit. And this what's the name? Second year, right?
Yeah.
Career stats. Right here. I got it. Rushing. Alright. Yards. This game on the season. Here I go. Season. Alright. Rushing.
Oh yeah, Herbert he only ran 6 times this year.
He only ran it 6 times this year?
Well, no, sorry, 21 times, 21 scrambles for 72 yards. And
Come on, Zay. Herbert or no, Brian. Let me see. Allen had 600 his rookie year. 500. Damn, he went down every year, but nah.
because
Yeah,
he's throwing when you can
yeah,
throw
because he
it,
getting better at throwing it, but he still got yeah. So 600 his 630 his first year, 500 his second year, and then 420 last year, and then right now he already at 214.
No, I'll say this. He's a better.
But every year he's damn near been that double digit.
No,
He's
no.
almost had double digit rushing touchdowns.
I'm
First
just
year
saying,
8, last year 9, or 2 years ago 9, last year 8, and he got 2 already this year.
yeah, I was saying the not you gotta understand when Josh came in, he had to run or they were not going to have an offense. Herbert does not. He's an accurate quarterback from day one. So I just said at the end of the day, who do I want making that throw on the ball on fourth or third down? Josh on fourth down ran it, didn't get it the other night. Doesn't matter. But I wanted Herbert. I was just like, end of the day, who do I want to buy stock with, Herbert or Josh? To me, they're the same style quarterback. Herbert's the better thrower. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the better thrower if they're the same size. And Herbert's not. He can move. He's an athlete. So and then I just said, I literally just thought about Kyler. He's leading his team. Just won a game without his coach, and I'm rocking with Kyler. So for me, it's Josh. And again, it was a hard thing. Those are the 5 quarterbacks that we're going to be watching in the next 10 to 12 years. So
Okay.
yeah, and I feel like it's funny. Like you remove Tom and A-Rod, they'll be gone. Russ is going to be that one man at all that's old.
OG. Yeah,
He's not even old. He's 32. So
yeah, Russ is gonna be the OG. That's hella funny.
yeah, and then I guess in this category, who are we missing?
I don't think we're really missing nobody.
Yeah, it's really those 5, and then Russ, A-Rod, and
Deshaun when he get back.
Deshaun. There we go. Deshaun when he gets back. Yeah, and then we'll see what by year 2 and 3 what some of these rookie QBs looking like. Real quick, let's finish up. Just looking ahead, real quick, what teams do you think will have a head coaching opening next year? I know for me, right off the bat, obviously we know the Raiders. I believe the Broncos will. I believe the Texans will.
You don't like how Cully look?
He's a gap coach. He's 1 year. Let's no. Once they have direction, they'll bring in their guy. Who else?
I like the way they look early. Last year they got blown out, but I like the way they were looking early in the season.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was with Tyrod. They got a David Mills they're playing with. So,
yeah. Damn, he been dealt a bad hand, man.
Yeah, I'll also say I feel a surprise new head coach opening next year. I'll say the Vikings because to me, if the Vikings don't make the playoffs, it's blown up. They might get an offense.
Yeah, if they don't make the playoffs, I can see that. With Zimmer, and I like Zimmer, but I can see that. They've been pretty stagnant. They've been pretty stagnant. Yeah, they've been pretty stagnant the last few years.
Oh, I forgot in Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think Urban's going back to college.
Yeah, so I
think he got the Nick Saban experience. He's gonna do the one and done.
He's like, oh fuck this, I can't pick my play.
But the difference between them two, I will say, I believe in Miami, Saban didn't have a quarterback. I think he ended up having Culpepper 1 year. He got Trevor Lawrence. Urban does, so you got a franchise guy.
I feel like Nick's a better coach because again, he coached in the league a long time. Before going to college, he won again multiple places, and he called the plays. And his development tree it speaks for itself. I just think Urban's a really good recruiter. That's it. And knows how to manage the team. Know how to manage the team.
Looking at the landscape, I'm gonna probably disagree with all the ones you said, and probably throw the Dolphins in there, maybe. But I actually got more so of a question for you, for a team. Right here. What if they don't make the playoffs? Do you believe their head coach would be fired? The Tennessee Titans.
No, I don't think so because it'll be the first time they missed the playoffs with Variable. Now with that loaded roster, I think there'll be some changes like Ty Downey.
The defense has been horrendous. Talking about the offense, but the defense has been horrendous
No, I agree, but
since he's been there.
Owners and GMs don't think that way. Like, what's his name? The longtime Falcon coach that was fired. Not Brass, not Smith. You know what I'm talking about. He's a DC on the Cowboys now.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn defense was never higher than I think his best year was like
the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, every year was bottom defense, and so they never fired him. They just kept changing OCs. I think if your team's making the playoffs, they're not going to fire the coach. They're going to find different things. I'll say this: if Vrabel misses, they're he'll be on the hot seat next year, but he'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, the Bears. That'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, Bears. Yep. We missed the Bears. Yeah, Nagy's out of there. Yeah, I think Nagy's gone. What about the only action he got at keeping his job is, hey, I drafted this young man. Let me get another year with him, type deal. That's his only action he might have. How you feel about the Dolphins?
Man, I was rooting for my guy Brian Flores, but him and the GM fucked the team up. Do not trade. It just shows when you trade all the picks and you miss on draft picks, you're fucked. There are 3 draft picks last year. None of them are good. Tua, no. Tackle, no. Corner, no. So that's a hole. And as long as you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter what you have on your team. You can just look like the Broncos or the Redskins.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to agree with you because unfortunately, I would like to give him another year just to be like, hey man, he ain't got his quarterback. We gotta find a quarterback, but we all know brothers don't get that opportunity that extra year. So
it's really a GM.
Yeah, he out of there.
I like the GM. You know, again, he's a brother too, but you got to pick better than that, my guy.
Barry, the brother up in Cleveland, he doing a good job though. I like the job he done, especially drafting wise. He done drafted some talent up there. They definitely got talent in Cleveland and turned them into not a contender, but like a real serious playoff team the last 2-3 seasons. And it's rare for the Browns.
Yeah, Browns fans haven't said that. I mean, to just say like, "Hey, we're a playoff team," like that's our
years. Yeah, they haven't been able to say that in years.
Shout out to him. They just need a quarterback to compete in the AFC because the quarterbacks we just named, everyone but Kyler in the AFC.
Boy, hey, you know what your Raiders need to do, especially if y'all let go of Mayock this offseason. I'm attacking Barry and I'm attacking Bieniemy. That's me. I'm attacking them two right there, back to back. Let Barry pick the players and let Eric go get a staff and do what he do.
Oh, we can't take Barry from Cleveland, but they are rumored. I'll say they said Louis Riddick would be the GM.
Oh, I like Lou too. Somebody need to come get Lou. And Lou always speak highly of y'all, especially Derek Carr too. He liked the Raiders, so I can see that.
Raider. That's why.
Yeah, he was a Raider. Yeah, okay. I'm tripping. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Hey, once the Raider, always the
Raider. Man, bring him home. Yeah, bring him home then. Stop playing, Mark.
Yeah, no, he might. Hey, that Raider way. Let's get a black GM. I mean, we had a black GM before. Reggie, he the one drafted Khalil.
So clearly, I just had my little moment. I didn't know my boy Lou was on the Raiders. I did know that, but I just didn't know at the top like that. I forgot.
Didn't he play for the Eagles too?
I'm not sure. But let's talk about DK and Shannon. Because DK got a pocket. I don't know where he grew up at. How the heck? I know he got to be from, I thought he was from the South. Let me look this up real quick. I thought he was from the South. You got to know who Shannon is. I used to play with Shannon on Madden. On 2K, even on 2K, man, I think he was on that 2K4, the one T.O. was on.
Do you know he was born in 96?
I was born in 96. He was born in 97. I thought he was a 2000 baby talking like that.
And it's the crazy part. His dad played in the league at the same time as Shannon.
Oh, yeah, he tripping.
Yeah, I was listening to John Middlecoff podcast.
Oh, yeah, he from Mississippi. Come on, bro. You got to know who Shannon is.
I was listening to John Middlecoff and then podcast on the drive home, and they mentioned something I didn't think about. They're like, if you're a young dude, right, and you just go on, you might have thought Shannon Sharp is like a Stephen A. Smith just on Fox instead of ESPN, right? And I was just not an excuse, but just saying how a lot of younger dudes they might not know. But I'll say this:
Hell no.
once Shannon,
Hell no, I ain't giving them that pass. No,
I'm not giving
keep
that
going.
pass to this.
Keep going. I ain't giving them that one. Damn that.
We all have Google. I feel like anyone, if you have a check next to your name and you're trying to argue me on Twitter, I'm gonna Google you first.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. If we're arguing football and I see you got a check by your name,
Especially if I don't even know who you are. Like you.
yeah. If I know you are, and let's say I'm trying to make a point, like I feel like I know wide receivers well. I played it and so on. And you got a check by your name. You arguing some different receivers, and I don't know who you are. And I Google like, oh shit, this might be like imagine like arguing like Chris Carter on Twitter, like who is you, bro? Like on the touchdown, who the fuck are you? Like, so I think DK is a weird dude. Not to get on DK, but that play in the game with Seattle, his just mindset, like he got that 5-star mentality about him, this and that.
He did the Odell. He didn't pull the Odell. He didn't dyed the hair. He got the pacifier mouthpiece. Yeah, he a diva for sure.
Yeah, he ain't even got paid yet. God damn, once he get paid, anyway, he's a good player. I suppose you got to account for him, but that was weird. How you not know Shannon? That's like, to me, there's 2 tight ends that you should just know off the top of your head: Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp.
Like, yeah, it wouldn't be no Travis. It wouldn't be no George. It wouldn't be no Darren Waller. It wouldn't be none of these cats without no Shay Sharp, man. He tripping. Yeah, he tripping. I don't know how you don't know nothing about Shannon Sharp.
So I'm saying Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez. Those are 2 tight ends I thought my whole life, like, this is unstoppable.
Come on, man. It's cold. That Broncos team was cold, period, because Rob Smith was cold, too, at receiver. I used to play with, I remember playing with him. He clearly didn't play Madden growing up.
A lot of, I'm not gonna try to go on an old man rant, but a lot of people do not play Madden. I don't think they like their sport. They just like this D-Lane as a coach and playing. There's 3 type of football players in the locker room: the ones that love it, the ones that like what they do, like what football does for them, and then the ones that like doing it because of the image they have. There's 3, right? In that part, like they like what football does for them. That could a whole bunch of stuff. And I think I don't know if DK's the I love ball. He might be I love what it does for me type of guy. And again, nothing wrong with that, but it's certain football shit you should know. You should know. Like, I mean, so
it's no excuse. I'll tell you, I said that was unacceptable.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad thought. Like, your pops played 6 years in the league, man. What's going on? So let's hop on last couple questions to wrap it up. I'm glad we brought up that DK Metcalf piece. Top 3 teams in the NFC, top 3 teams in the AFC. And when you say this, just give me the top 3 teams that have a shot to win the Super Bowl in each conference. Mm. For me, when we start off?
I'll go. I got NFC, I got the Bucks, Cardinals, Rams.
I like it.
And I really want to squeeze my boy A-Rod in there, but I can't do it. Defense is too soft as Charmin. Soft as Charmin. I can't do it, man. Let me see. AFC. Chiefs. Still got the Chiefs up there. Baltimore, just because Lamar, the dual threat he is. Now, I'm going to have to go with the Bills, just because they might be the most balanced team as far as offense and defense, having it on both sides. Their defense is still top tier. They got an elite offense, so I'm going to go with those 3 in the AFC. What about you?
I like that. My NFC, you might don't hang up the pod on me. Same teams as you, the first 2, Bucks, Cardinals. I like them a lot. And my Rams my Super Bowl pick. But I'm just saying, as of right now.
Bruh, hold on. I already know who the hell you about to say. Zay, I'm about to turn this shit off if you say the goddamn Cowboys.
I like them, man. What can I say?
Zay,
what can I say? I like Dak, the weapons. Kellen Moore going, hey, man.
Hell no. Have you seen McCarthy's clock management this year? Hell no. McCarthy going to be their demise.
There's only 2. I only trust Bruce Arians and Sean McVay. I do not trust Cliff. Okay, I trust Kyler, and Kyler I trust. I do not trust Cliff. Okay, and so I take a step back. I'm like, no, like real talk. I was like, who do I like better, Kellen Moore or Cliff? I don't look like that's not
But
my team. That's Kellen Moore.
so what I heard, because the guys that was somebody else that called the plays last week for the Cardinals. It was two other coaches calling the plays for the Cardinals. Was it because of COVID? Was Cliff out because of COVID?
Yeah, COVID. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I think I did. Whatever. He was out. So supposedly the two that called the plays last week, one was the pass game coordinator, one was the run game coordinator. They actually have serious input this year as far as like they actually call some calls and help him call calls. In the past, it's been just Cliff. I think that's what another way we've seen the offense take the next step because it's really the same guys. They just added who they added. Well, they added Ertz, they added AJ, but they still got Kyler, D Hop, Kirk, and the crew, and Cliff. Before it was just Cliff. Now Cliff got some more input, got some more help. So it got a little more juice to it. The offense, especially with Kyler, man, being the MVP candidate right now.
No, I agree. I just want to see. Again, Cardinals one of those teams that was off to a crazy start last year. I just want to see it maintain. And can this team play big boy football in January? We know the Bucks can, right? To me, it's like the Bucks and a gap. And like not saying it's a crazy gap. I just don't see a team that's as talented with veteran leadership with the coaching staff like that. Like they hit you on every single level. Like Kyler,
Don't hit me for the rest of the week, man. I'm really upset that you put the Cowboys on.
They look good. I like what Kellen Moore's doing. I like that. The weapon.
I will say this though. I if I'm not hating and being unbiased, Dak is operating on a different level this year. I give him that. Dak working. Dak putting some work in. I give him that. He operating different for sure.
You know, it's a pro black quarterback show, man. So we gotta give love to Dak.
Got to, man. Dak doing his thing. I gotta give him that.
So yeah,
and them boys, they balling. They put a 40-point beat down on my Eagles. And I hope they weak ass remember that. And the rest of the season.
And the only reason I don't have the Rams fourth again, I have in my Super Bowl pick. I'm just talking about right now is, the Rams are that team that like they might just, I don't know if it's Sean McVay, but they just have, they're always due for a blowout. I don't understand it. Like they could have 3 straight wins and they just seem to have a game where they just shit the bed. And right now I think those other 3 teams have played a little better football for the season.
Zay, same thing with the Bucks though last year. We forgetting how the Bucks struggled last year.
Whoa. Talk about the Bucks. That is Tom Brady's Bucks. Go ahead. That's not just the Bucks. Tom Brady's Bucks. Go ahead.
I got you, but even with the Patriots, besides the year they went undefeated, we always seen at least like one crazy, bizarre game every year for the Patriots. Where it's like that's not really the Patriots. Why? Because I told my young guys at Lenny, like after week 1. We struggled. I think we lost week 1. And I told them, I was like, hey, man, the worst thing we could have did was come out right now this week and play our best football. Why? Because it's a long season. You got highs. You're going to have ups and downs. And every season is going to be highs and it's going to be lows. That's just how it goes. But under McVay's tenure and his era, they've been a nonstop playoff team and contender. So we got to give them that. But which means they know when to turn it on. Late November, December football.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I just feel right now I like those 3 teams a little better. Again, the Rams are the pick just right now. Now, let me ask you this: would you take Matthew over any of those 3 other quarterbacks right now?
In the division?
No, over. The quarterback's name, Dak, Kyler, Tom. Would you take Matthew Stafford over any of those 3 quarterbacks right now?
Over Dak and who?
Kyler and Tom.
Dak, Kyler, and Tom. Hell no.
No, I wouldn't. And I think, I'm not saying I wouldn't, right? Because they're dual, again, outside Tom, right? They can do stuff Matthew just can't do. Matthew's maybe a better pure thrower than Dak. But I'll say this. I think we jumped the gun on Matthew Stafford. And not saying he's not going to have a good year, no. I was thinking MVP Matthew Stafford, but I had to take a step back. He's still throwing some picks this year.
He's still putting numbers up though.
Numbers. I was just thinking MVP. Like I said, I thought it would look kind of similar, maybe like what Carr's doing a little bit, just airing that bitch out. But no, they don't have to do that. I just thought Matthew would be more impactful. It'd be offense would be ran through him more. That's all. Again,
Yeah,
Cooper Cup's balling.
he's literally one spot, two spots behind Derek Carr. It's Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Pat, and then Matthew Stafford in passing yards.
But yeah,
You know Cooper Cup is damn near like number one or number two in receiving. Like he's airing that bitch out.
No, I'm just talking about the turnovers that Matt. Now I was thinking we would have a cleaner Matt, right? He only
got four. He only got four picks. The same amount of picks as Derek Carr, and he got more touchdowns than Derek Carr.
I look at Stafford as a better quarterback than Carr, though. That's why I'm not comparing.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I think Matthew's a better player than Carr. I mean, the fact that Matthew could just put together.
His numbers ain't far off from Brady though. Brady is 17-3, and Matthew is 16-4, and Dak is 16-4, and Herbert is 14-4.
No, it's not about the numbers. Every game I watched of those other quarterbacks, they are in control of the game. With Matthew, I saw 2 dumb picks already this year early on. He said he has 4 picks, 6 games. Again, I expected like, oh wow, Matthew has 20 touchdowns, 2 picks right now. Again, that type of explosion with Sean McVay. Because the way Sean McVay elevated Jared Goff, I think Matthew is 2 times better as Jared, so I thought it would be a huge leap. That's all I'm saying. I thought it would be a crazy leap.
And all I'm going to say is Matthew is averaging the most yards per attempt, 9.2.
Again, it's not...
And damn, they're averaging 70% completion.
No, he's playing bad.
Bowling right now.
No. He's not playing bad. I just thought we would talk him like, who's your MVP candidate right now? Matthew Stafford. That's not the case.
I wouldn't have said that because there's so much other talent out there. But I feel like he's just perfect for this system, like for this scheme. Like he's just perfect. Him and McVay, like they look good together. He looked good in this offense. I like it.
No,
I can see it. I can see him finishing top 5. If he finished top 5 in MVP, that's respectable. That's a tip your hat to Matt.
Oh no, definitely. I just don't think that's the conversation right now. I think if we're talking MVPs right now, we're talking Kyler, we're talking Lamar, we're talking Josh. I think those are the top 3 that come in my mind.
I think my top 3 in my mind is Kyler, Lamar, and Derrick Henry.
Oh, you guys, yeah, he's saving fucking time down the ass right now.
Man, for real.
Hey, no running. All
you gotta do is just hand that motherfucker to him. It don't matter. It don't matter how you design it. It don't matter how you scheme it up. Just turn that quarterback around. Matter of fact, I'm surprised I ain't seen Wildcat. Just move the quarterback out the way and just give him the ball. Just give him the ball at this point. Shit, the way he be running.
Get Derek is he on MVP. You're right. I'm glad you put Derek in there. But no, I think I'm glad that it's exciting. I think there's like legit 5 to 6 elite teams this year, and it's fun to watch. So,
but I will say this: I was looking at the schedule. I ain't like none of the games like that this week. I didn't really think it was no.
That's why I didn't change that. That's why I didn't change that Sunday night game.
You should have changed the Sunday night game.
Hey, Eagles versus Raiders this week.
We on that. But
Big gonna light that ass up.
You crazy as hell.
Right.
Crazy as hell. Who's about to bring that house? Javon Hargrave. Just remember I told you. Matter of fact, we got to put something on this. Put it on wax right now. What we putting on this? A bottle?
We got a bottle. You know, I like my bourbon. I'll take some Buffalo.
Perfect. Because I need to win a nice bottle to bring it as a housewarming gift. So when my Eagles beat down your Raiders this weekend, you bring me the finest thing of bourbon you know and bring that thing up over here.
I got no. I'm gonna.
We gotta watch the game. You gotta pull up, Zay. You gotta pull up, man. That's a 1 o'clock game.
Yes, it's 1 o'clock. Yes, sir.
I might pull up on you. I got meetings, but I'm gonna probably get up. Depends. Yeah, I gotta see. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Yeah, pull up on me for this one.
Yeah, he want home field advantage. I ain't giving it to him. Damn that.
Hey, I would like to. Let me check the injury report for the Eagles. Let's go.
Look at me. I ain't worried about none of that. I just know y'all defense ain't for real.
Man, Max.
We ain't worried about Mad Max and we ain't worried about Hayward. We coming right at both of them.
Hayward's finna give Smith the baptizing. Welcome to the league, boy.
Smith about to go off. Smith about to have a breakout game. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. Nah, he not. Hey, the Raiders, no defense is giving up fewer big plays this year than the Raiders.
Let me see. Passing. We higher than y'all in rushing, and we higher than y'all in defense. I ain't messing with you, man. We finna blow y'all out.
Yeah, I'm playing NFC, of course. Remember that. That's Taylor. Okay.
Y'all third in passing now. I'll give y'all that.
Hey, we ready to. Hey, okay, y'all got Lane Johnson back this week. He came back for Raider week.
Yeah, we got the bourbon. We got the bourbon online.
You gonna need it. All right, man. We're gonna see. Hey, Friday we gotta get our game picks this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check us out on live.
All right.
What happened? What happened to you in the Instagram live? I mean, or in the Huddle page. You can't get into it.
I don't know what happened. But that's a wrap for this episode, y'all. Appreciate it.
We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the Huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach, it's time to get back to the huddle.